Brain who wanted to feel conclusion. More than the actual pleasure, such as, when or the satisfaction, from someone who's loved, holding someone's hand, or the peace from praying. The body feels this behavior, the gesture of praying, the gesture of interlocking hands, the decision, however a person or a psychiatric, psychological, mental health person, folks, describe the activity. Whatever word gets used. The brain doesn't get the same response. And psychological cognition, in all of its worth, has to do with the brain and the body, and maybe even the mind, having wholeness. Communicating emotion, all of the hard work I've done to do this research now for the last almost 10 years. And the ongoing struggle to look neat and tidy and appear upright and healthy after having had cancer. The brain doesn't necessarily, potentially, want to feel as much as recognize. To do better. To solve the shakiness of the body from hunger, fatigue, and the work that's been done during the day and needing sleep. Working with the body to prepare the room for slumber and bed, dimming the lights and calming and deciding to start again tomorrow. I'm mildly autistic, and I never got diagnosed when I was little. My mom always took extra care to keep me nice and out of eyes and ears who wanted to decide who I was and what I was doing. She always described me as being extra needy. And a lot like the brain, who wanted to feel and can't explain recognition in the search for its discovery. I didn't go to college with my undergraduate in English literature to be professional and wise and intelligent and learn about autism. I found some of the descriptions that health professionals, psychologists, psychiatrists, and people like Temple Grandin talked about, and felt better after learning. Less nervous when I stutter, and not as fearful to go and work and learn and work and work and work and learn and learn and learn. Nonetheless, I can sit quiet for days. I can sit silent for weeks, and probably long and long and long and longer. And I can keep trying to write out what I'm thinking more. I can try to be better at what I'm doing now. But I can also do a lot, like what the brain can do with not being able to feel. And decide recognition over constantly trying to get the blood flowing and the emotions described and thought out. And choose to recognize. And be aware. And also pay attention. Especially to not always being able to pinpoint or get the exact location and anatomical part of the brain. Now, and not give up in doing better and getting smarter and getting more intelligent, but deciding on what's important. This here, or the forceful change down to the pons. And farther below to the heart and breathing. Making the brain go to the body. and withstanding the tension and the frustration maybe and the intensity, rather than the cognition, the brain and mind, the brain realizing the need for a deep, nourishing breath. A quick nap. And then back to the task, back to the activity, off to the gym, down the street to work, and back home. Now. The brain who wants to feel needs to recognize, to not feel sad, not having the superpowers of the mighty, powerful, ferocious fist for revolution and UFC fighting. Or the soft texture of the face and the beauty of the skin. And that delicate tenderness from touch. The body will help the brain. The body will get moving, the body will give the brain some energy, and then the brain will go. And go almost infinitely, especially when a person takes drugs like methamphetamine or crack. When the body trains to be a United States Navy SEAL. And then the recognition gets shared. The brain knows the sounds outside of the home, the door's locked. The body knows martial arts. The body knows Buddha. The body knows self-defense. The body knows how to keep the mind and the brain and the self and the eyes and the ears and the nose and the mouth from death and destruction. The end.